Hello everyone, just a quick follow-up video. Chicken chili is done. We are at about an hour past that previous video that I did. Everything cooked completely nice and tender. The chicken breast, which nowadays chicken breasts are so huge it's ridiculous. They're larger than my hand. And I have a fairly decent sized hand. It's tender, juicy, moist. You have all the moisture you need because the chicken is frozen. And there's some moisture in that helps actually with that freezing process. Have that can of diced tomatoes, which there's always juice that comes in that can. I put 2 cups of water in there. And other than that, I had the other ingredients, like I said, a handful of chopped and frozen celery, because someone gave me a lot of celery a few weeks back, and I thought, well, I'm not going to let this go to waste. And I had one of 2 options. Well, one of 3 options. Number one, I wasn't going to really plan on eating all of that at one time. So that boiled it down to 2 options. Chop it up and dehydrate it, or chop it up and freeze it. And so I chose this time to freeze it because now I have a larger freezer than what I used to have before when I first started this channel. And so took a handful of that chopped celery, tossed it in there. About 1/4 of a cup, which is a good grab, of dehydrated onions. Tore them into smaller pieces. I dehydrated them myself on my food dehydrator. And, I have them all stored up in containers. Tore them into smaller pieces, tossed them in there. I put probably about 2 tablespoons of chili powder, somewhere around that. I put some Cajun seasoning in there, about 2 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning. Gives it a little more of a spicy kick, because I didn't really want to use the hot peppers that I have in the freezer, even though I do have some in the freezer. And I had a cup of mixed vegetables that were like leftover mixed vegetables that were put in one of those nice white containers that I put in the freezer. That way, if I need a cup of something, I can just grab it and toss it in. Makes it quick, easy, and delicious. It makes it so easy to get things done by doing it that way. It all worked together for the good. And I put a 1/2 cup of brown rice in there. Tossed it right in there. And I had some rock hard dry pinto beans. 1/2 cup. Toss that in there. And those rock hard dry beans are completely cooked. Nice and soft. Everything is nice and chewy. It's not mushy. It's not too soft. It's not hard. Don't worry about breaking a tooth on anything. Everything is just perfect and just right. I mean, this isn't a super red chili. This is a chicken chili, like I said. This is not a beef chili. Oh, and I did add a couple of good sprinkles of garlic powder, just for a little extra flavor. But everything's perfect. I've got some put in containers that I'll share with a friend tomorrow. I'll put more of it away for tomorrow. I'll be having some of that this weekend for sure.